Welcome everybody to Funeral Nation episode 233. That's Jeff, the Funeral Commander Harbison. I'm Ryan Thogmartin, and we have two very special guests with us today from NFDA, Anthony Kaniuk and Troy Blewett, and they're going to give us all the deets on next week's NFDA conference in person, the Super Bowl, back ready to rumble.
We're excited because we're headed out to Nashville, which is a great city. We've been there for numerous events. NFDA's been there as well. But fellas, how about give us an overview of the highlights that the attendees can look for, and start off with the big question of mandates, COVID, all that stuff. Where are we?
Sure, I'll jump in on that one. Currently, there are no special state or local mandates in Nashville. People are able to be indoors without a mask. NFDA obviously wants people to be as comfortable as possible. We encourage you to wear a mask if you'd like to. We have done a survey of both attendees and exhibitors, and in both groups, more than 90% of the folks are reporting that they're vaccinated. So we're going to do everything we can to make people feel comfortable, make people feel safe. And in doing that, we've got some buttons out there that'll let you decide whether you want to hug people or not. It'll give them a little warning, but we're going to follow all the local mandates, and it's looking like Nashville is open for business right now.
Good.
Excellent. Well, there's some exciting things this year. I mean, this is the first time we've all been together at an event this size in almost 2 years. So I think everyone's really excited to be there. Anthony, can you highlight some of there's 3 keynotes this year, which there's never been 3 keynotes before, right?
Yeah, this is the first time we have 3 keynotes. And I'll tell you, it's really dynamic. These 3 are really dynamic. We have Duncan Wardell, who is the creative from Disney. He's a former creative president of Disney. So he'll be talking to us about creativity, innovation, and some timing at, taking that time to do those stuff. We have Whitney Johnson, who will be talking about your S-curve of learning. Now, many people are like, think, especially in the funeral field, I'm eager to see what it comes back, because they are going to have the opportunity to take a assessment about their S-curve of learning. So we're hoping we get a number of people to take that. So please look out for that in your email. If you haven't gotten it already, please let us know. And then the third person, who is really going to be emotional and demographically great for us, is Ben Neptune. Ben Neptune and a bunch of his college room buddies got on a bus and actually went across the country and did before bucket lists for people that before you die, what did you want to do? It wound up turning into a TV series on MTV called The Buried Life. So he will be talking about the benefits of doing a bucket list, and it's just not a list of things you write down that you want to accomplish or do before you die. There is some science and some validity behind it, and he'll talk more about that and how that helps you in your leadership roles too. So it's going to be a great opportunity for everybody to stay Wednesday and actually hear him speak.
That's awesome. You guys are kicking off with what I believe, and you told me, is the first outdoor kickoff party, right? So that's going to be exciting.
Absolutely. One of the up and coming country bands, Runaway June, is going to be the main band for that party. So that's going to be a couple hours of a lot of fun, and being outdoors, it should give us the chance to be just get together, after 2 years of not being together. So it should be a great time.
I agree with you. And we have can't forget the Funeral Service Foundation golf tournament that's going on Sunday. Then we have the gathering of that group on Monday night. There's just something going on for everybody. If you go to NFDA and you say, well, I couldn't find my place, that's your fault, right? Because I think there's somewhere for everybody there. And I'm excited because, as Ryan said, we do best when we see each other face to face. And this really is the largest gathering face to face that we've had since all this crazy stuff has started. And by the way, speaking of started, Ryan, I believe today, this particular show is exactly 6 years ago that we launched our FN1.
It is. It absolutely is. 6 years ago. This is the 6th anniversary of the Funeral Nation show. So we started it.
Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was 3 days prior to the NFDA convention 2015 in, I believe, Indianapolis.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and
So-
it was funny because they couldn't figure out, they thought that effing was something that we're just gonna, that's not right, you can't have that. Then it turned out to be the way it was supposed to. Well, guys, do we look like we're gonna have a good turnout for attendees this year?
Yeah, our numbers, our pre-convention numbers are through the roof. I mean, they're just the same as a Nashville 7 years ago when we were in Nashville 7 years ago. So we're right there with those numbers. And I mean, like you said, I think it's just that people want to get together, and we haven't been together in 2 years. And you know, the camaraderie here in this industry is great, and people just can't wait to talk to one another face to face.
That's it. And, you know, all the educational pieces, I mean, this really is a well-rounded something for everybody type of convention. You know, the primary obviously is education, getting together, strengthening our profession. But then the other things are that A, we get to see each other. B, we've got new people entering the market. I can think of 5 people off the top of my head that are new to NFDA this year that we maybe haven't seen in the past. And of course, Ryan, you know, our companies, C&J and you guys, we're going to be holding the microphones in live. So
yeah,
think about that, guys.
Yeah,
Just let that resonate to where we have to talk about this. That 6 years ago, they were scared to death for you and I to say anything in public. And now we actually have the live show going on.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. We're looking forward to you guys sponsoring that and doing your segments. And I will tell you that our segments for NFDA Live are full, and it's going to include a wide variety of different folks there, from some presenters, some exhibitors. The military is going to have a big presence there, talking about veterans benefits and a journey to serve, which is something we'll talk about. You know, the initiative to hire veterans into funeral service. So there's a lot going on there as well, and you guys are going to be right in the middle of it.
Yep. Well, that's a good thing to be.
And also, if people can still register, and there'll be registration available in person.
Absolutely. That won't be a problem. The other thing we should mention, Anthony and I have kind of been, in our team have been working on this. There's actually an NFDA app this year that attendees can use, and they can get it. It's free from the App Store, and it will give them everything they need to know about this convention. So we encourage everybody to download that.
Yeah, that's a great app.
Excellent.
I like using it there because you don't have to carry around a brochure. So that's something, kudos to you guys.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, any wrap up thoughts that we can throw out here?
I would say one of the things that I would say is at the NFDA Live, one of the sessions that we're going to be talking about, because it's been a hot topic over the last couple of months and, you know, maybe a year now, is what we call the death tech. You know, we have some people, you know, for an hour, we're going to talk about some of the things that's happened in the death tech world in Silicon Valley. So when it's not for people to get scared, it's for people to be inspired. So hopefully people will sit down for that hour and come to NFDA Live and hear some of what's going on and have some questions, because there's going to be a lot of questions about what can I do with AI? What can I do with VR? What can I do with all those things? So I think it's with the pandemic, we know that it sped our technology up probably 3 to 5 years. So now's a better time to talk about those things.
That's right.
Yeah, it's time to get in the game. If you're not in it, we don't need to move that AOL address over. Let's get something here and jump on out.
That's right. Well, awesome. Well, gentlemen, thank you for being on. We're still looking forward to seeing you face to face next week, along with thousands and thousands of the rest of the profession.
Well, we can't wait. We're looking forward to having you guys there too. So we'll see you there.
All right.
Okay.
Safe travels, and cheers when we see you.
All right.
All right. Until next time, have a great effing week.
Bye.